Welcome back, everyone. It is Goddess 24K, and we are here today for our Venus forecast. I'm so excited about today because Venus came in full-fledged and she's ready to share. So let's begin with our green goddess. Our oracle card for today is, ooh, that's glary. But anyway, it's Kambaba Jasper. Kambaba Jasper. Super pretty. That's really pretty. All right. So actually, I do have the oracle card set. I have the Ace of Coins, I have the Ten of Coins, I have the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And before I get into this, let me just say, because it's at the tip of my tongue, Venus is wanting to express that the power to attract abundance is through alignment. And so the Ace of Coins, I'm just going to give it to you guys. The Ace of Coins and the Ten of Coins directly speaks to that through alignment we receive. And being able to receive like that makes our life harmonious in all aspects, because alignment allows us to have every single sector of our life being poured into, because we essentially are feeling grounded, we're feeling safe to receive, and we're understanding that our pleasure is sacred. You should absolutely feel very joyous in all aspects of your life. That's important for you. And so the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords come in to say, no longer should you be having to feel the need to tumble in toil to receive the thoughts, to not receive the thoughts, to materialize the thoughts that we have, the ideas that we have. No, you just need an alignment. Love flows to me effortlessly. So you don't have to be hammering at love. Venus says, get in harmony with the energy of love. I'm going to discuss the shadow sides of the Venetian energy so you can see that's the toiling you're having versus just being in alignment. When you're in alignment, it's just gifted. It's just, you going to stay in a Ten of Coins atmosphere. You'll be able to rest and chill. Everyone's happy receiving because they know that abundance, attracting abundance is through alignment. So, shadow sides: over attachment or jealousy, people pleasing or codependency, vanity or superficiality. So you're just working too hard to appear a certain way when you can just be an embodiment. When you're an embodiment, you get the full of that thing. You get the overflow. Superficiality is appearing confidence, but you don't embody confidence, and so it's lacking in other places, like the way that you speak to others. You appear vain, so it appears, wow, okay, this person takes pride in themselves. Yes, they take pride in themselves, meaning that it doesn't come from a place of harmony and self-love, so they love to look good for themselves. It comes from a place of wanting to put on and present and perform for others. You want others to look at you and say, ooh, that person looks well put together. But internally, it's cracked. It's fractured. And you can tell by the way you speak to others. You can tell by the envy and jealousy you have in others. You can tell by if you see something that someone else has. Instead of just appreciating the beauty, you feel like you need to have it too, so that it becomes valuable. It's not valuable to you when it is in possession of someone else. It is only valuable when you have it. So you don't give compliments, and you need validation. Okay. Materialism or greed, indulgence or laziness, fear of rejection or abandonment, unrealistic expectations in love, possessiveness or envy, avoiding conflict to keep peace, and ignoring your own needs. Those are the shadow sides. But this is what Venus wants you to understand. True love begins within, and you attract what you believe you deserve. Balance giving with receiving is how we stay in alignment. Don't settle for less than your worth. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You are the artist of your life. Pleasure is sacred. And choose quality over quantity. Alignment creates abundance. So that is the message that Venus is giving absolutely today. It's short and sweet today because one of the laws is, they ask, what's the greatest of all the laws? And it is to love yourself as you love others. But it was also saying exactly, like, listen to the double entendre. Love yourself as you love others. Which means if you're being unkind and hateful and envious and jealous and crash and crude and rude to others, then essentially you are doing it to yourself. Not even essentially. Literally. You're doing it to yourself. So, when you truly love yourself, you truly love others. There's no denying that. And what is loving others? Does it mean that we're skipping and looing with our rapists? Or with people that abuse us mentally, verbally, or physically? No. It means that you love them so much that you love yourself so much that you can remove yourself from them. You love them even more because you are okay with them losing access to you. That's love. Self-abandonment is not love. Choosing to stick with someone because it's going to make them more comfortable, it's going to make them less angry with you. No. That's self-abandonment and self-neglect. Yeah, I'm recording. All right. The kids is calling and I want to get to them. I told them it was going to be a short. Ancient echoes is what Kambaba Jasper is talking about. Kambaba Jasper attunes your personal biorhythms to the natural cycles of the planet. This crystal also facilitates deep clearing of your karmic body and the ancestral line. When you live in your head rather than the physical world, your cellular structure becomes unstable and your metabolism is thrown off balance. You may not be assimilating oxygen or nutrients such as minerals and vitamins. Remember that ideas are nutrients too. Disruption of your autonomic nervous and immune systems may be caused by ancient traumas and family dramas. Getting in touch with the ancestors and understanding the processes of creation helps you to recognize the value of recycling the past to create a more potent future. Check out what has passed down the ancestral line and utilize homeopathic healing for myisms such as tuberculosis, the lungs. By changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being. And the chakra that aligns with this is the heart. Reconnecting to ancient wisdom and the roots of being. You know what I automatically see with this is going back to when it says ancestral. Going back to how did love show up in your family growing up? Who were and what was your representation of love? Because I do believe sitting with that is going to truly help with showing up how love shows up for you and how magnetizing it is for you. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. That's why I wanted to shuffle again, because I was feeling not another message, but wanting to piggyback off what that energy was. And now I'm glad for it. The Five of Swords in reverse. See, we need to let go of what we feel like is hindering us truly. We need to empty ourselves of everything and just begin at the baseline. What is the baseline? I love myself. True love begins within. How about we start there? How about we start with I love myself? Let's start with I forgive myself. Let's start with removing all the self-deprecating, self-loathing, self-hating, self-defeated thoughts of ourselves. Let's begin letting those things go so that we can allow the love that begins within to start growing within. The more we love ourselves within, the more it has an opportunity to present itself without. And then we won't be bogged down by these feelings of needing and wanting others to love us. We can begin appreciating the exact way someone wants to function in our lives. And we, through self-love, great radical self-love, we can make mature, self-loving, self-empowered decisions to move on from whatever their version of love is, if it's not our version. That's why true love begins within. How do you want to be loved? Start with yourself. Start with loving on yourself. How you can, like, before you even begin to think, oh my God, I want, whether you're a male or a female, or whatever you want, whatever you want. Before you even begin to think that, start thinking instead, how do I want to be for me? Yeah. How do I want to be for me? True love begins within. Start loving within. That's the message. That's the message.